Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and oh my god, music, would you please turn off? I love music, but we need you to go off because we are back in game with game number 4 all loaded up and ready and set. So starting over here at the top right side of the map, over here for FXO, it is going to be the Red Terran Strelok. So, his opponent down at the bottom left side of the map, cross positions, it is going to be for Mouse Gaming. It is Mana. So here we go, guys. The stage is all set and ready for Strelok to take match point, but who knows, we could maybe have a little bit of a spoiler. Could potentially Mana spoil the party and take a two-game comeback, but it will have to start right here if he plans to do that. As we look and see a TVP on Tomb Valley, definitely one of those preferable maps by a Protoss player, just due to the fact very quick, easy 3-base and very thin, small range, small area between the natural and the third, as well as very thin ridges and thin ramps on the most part from the third, and kind of some of these areas where he's going to be able to utilize some of these very strong Protoss units at his advantage. So we shall see what happens. Now, I mean, oh, hold on, whoa, what's up with my overlay? Hold on, just a sec. Sorry, my overlay is a little bit funky. I'm gonna lift you up. There we go. Move you right. Trying to figure this out. It's like weird. I don't want like any backdrop. I guess I need to fill it all in. Make sure it's all like square and everything right. There we go. Sorry, some of the replay bar and whatnot was kind of holding off. So, alright, there we go. We are all good and set. Sorry for a little bit of that technicality. Something actually I think I've had on all entire cast, but I guess it doesn't matter too much as long as the games are good. So here we go. Strelok going for that 1 Rax expand. Very standard opening. I'm going to assume at the moment with the Chrono Boost getting used on more of the probes, Mana is going to be going for a 1 gate expand. Very standard opener as well for a Protoss player nowadays. From there, a little bit tough to say. Oh boy, and that's what happens when you don't put yourself on busy. Thank you, Ronin. Thank you, my troll. My troll man. So, yeah, hold on. SC2TV.ru is gonna have a little bit of a ball right there with that one. Oh, I found you. Oh, окей. Потому что у меня есть правила такие, ребята, если кто-то может, пожалуйста, дайте бананчику Ронин SC2, это сейчас в чате, пожалуйста, спрашивает от 60 У меня пока нет правила, но это кто-то мой банан, это дай в попочку, чтобы у него чуть-чуть заболело, если хочет спамить это в середину каст. Sorry for those who don't understand. For those that don't speak Russian, don't worry about that. That was more of a Russian thing that we're gonna worry about only. So here we go, guys. So as we take a look and see into the into this game, we take a look and see Monica to get a little bit of a scout, but he sees that the bunker's up already in the cross positions. It does take a little bit of a longer walk, so. So yeah, he's gonna he's gonna be able to just fend off just fine. Но мне все равно, то есть ты не нарушил это правило, это портал, ты пробуешь спамить меня, когда я комментирую в середину игру, плохие манеры. Все равно. Да я просто спрошу, чтобы кто-то тебе это бананчик дал, когда шанс будет. Я помню тебя, Ронин. Я помню тебя, пацан. Я знаю, где ты живешь. Смотри-ка. Okay, so sorry, I had to do a little bit of a Russian. One of the viewers decided to spam me in the middle of the game, so, and he's right in chat too in the portal. So I'm like attempting to try to get him a ban, which he deserves. Now Mana's playing this really neat, cool style. He's actually going to be going for a quick 3 Nexus. Putting that thing down right around a little bit late 5-minute mark. So. If he's actually able to hold this off really well, and again, this is one of those things I say why Protoss really love this map, because it's actually very easy to hold. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be fairly easy to hold, but he's got to be very careful because there are 4 Hellions in place. The only vulnerable part right now in the map, because of the 4 Hellions, might be the bigger ramp, but the fact is he has so many sentries in place, and now all he needs to do is actually be able to defend this third. Oh, but he will lose 1 probe. Hellions are in place. Won't lose really too much after that, but he still should be okay. Alright, so taking a look and see, it looks like everything is going fine, guys, at the moment. Yeah, I mean, Strelok going to be going with the bio play, double upgrades for himself. He doesn't have a third base in plans just yet, but what that more than anything else means, he's either going to be utilizing Cloak Banshees with Cloak Banshees with Hellions, and then go into bio style, stim style push really quick because he's already getting his 1 attack upgrade. Has he actually even gotten the stim? No, it doesn't look like it. He's going to have to research it eventually. But, you know, first of all, coming in with the Banshee, already taking 1 probe, 2 probe, 2, 1 probe, 2 probe, the count. And again, this is kind of one of those situations that we saw in GSL Whirlwind where he just doesn't have the observer out and ready yet. This Banshee's having a little bit of a field day. We'll have to get on out of there. It sees that the Robo is trying to get the observer out, but as we look and see, this third base is completely vulnerable. The rocks are not broken down yet, so a lot of economic damage can be done, but the 3 base economy, the 3 base ability to produce pros with chrono boost, he should be able to catch up within a small amount of time. As we take a look and see, total of 13 workers have been killed, nothing too out of the ordinary. As we see Strelok himself, Mana moving up to 5 gates total now with the Blinkstalkers and now getting a quick Templar Archive, so might be going for a quick 2-base charge lot Archon build. We will see, not 100% sure. Or it could just have quick Templars, so you could fend a lot easier from any early aggression from Strelok. Now, Strelok does have a 2-1 lead, but this is actually very reminiscent of Strelok earlier today, where he had an opportunity where he did a lot of good harass, did a lot of good damage, sitting on a 2-base economy and doesn't look to be taking a third, so we might see a little bit of an all-in from him here, just producing as many units as possible, and then we'll pull SCVs to help out. Now that's where the good decision making and getting that Templar Archives and already starting that Storm upgrade comes into play, just because it's so much it's going to be so much harder to make those SCVs and everything else effective, and it's one of those timings that the Terran has to hit a lot sooner and before Storm gets finished up. So if you take a look and see again, still no third base in place. He does have good army value though, so if Strelok right now heads out, does good micro, puts it down to PDD to prevent Stalkers from getting clean shots, he should be alright. And plus he still has Hellions and Banshees for himself to utilize. And a little bit of a greeting party set for him. Now, Strelok will be a little bit more patient because, one, he's still waiting for combat shields and stim to finish up, as well as concussive shell. Very, very necessary components to this bio composition. Now, for Mana, he does have a couple Templars. It doesn't look like Storm is ready for them just yet, so maybe it's one of those times where Strelok can hit that timing once again right before that Storm finishes up. But, the more seconds tick off, the closer he is to achieving Storm. As we take a look and see, there we go, he sees the High Templar, so he wants to be very cautious. Right now he's not 100% sure on the energy of what he's got, and just utilizes them to feedback the medevacs, and there we go, you utilize that one beautiful Storm. Beautiful force field from Mana, catches so much of that army back, and now heading on forward again, picking up the Zealot. He needs to focus down that Immortal because that is the most biggest damage output right now for him, and all these sentries go down, and now Strelok does have a nice composition because he's going to be able to stim and take on these Zealots and Stalkers, but he's got to be very careful. Does he want to one more additional unit rally? Yes, he does, plus the additional medevacs that are coming here to help out. So without any sentries, he might have a little bit of an issue holding this off and could actually fall and die. And, oh my god, this actually could be GG, ladies and gentlemen. If he actually loses this whole entire army, Strelok could win this, and it does look to be that way. A lot of the bio units are ripping right through all the Protoss, and as we see that poor last Stalker getting knocked down, third getting sniped down, and what can really what can you really do at this point? Mana is trying to get more Templars out, trying to get more Archons out, but he's got to work this very carefully. And I mean, there we go. We see the rest of the economy and the additional structures getting picked off. And ooh, look at this going into the main. But again, already Mana on top of his stuff had the Observer right over him. And I mean, at this point, all this is doing is just kind of drawing some of the units over that we would typically see at the bottom of the ramp. Again, there are no no sentries, so it's kind of one of those things. There are no sentries, so you have to be able to be careful. Beautiful scan because it sees everything on top and able to kill that observer. I'm kind of going into a little bit of that tasteless mode, but yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm just not sure exactly what Mana can do. He's going to have an uphill battle throughout the whole entire game, and as we see right now on the backside, Strelok finally adding the Ghost Academy and Ghost as well with the modular reactor upgrade, which lets the Ghost start with a little bit extra energy, which is always nice, especially if you're a Terran player who wants to throw down some EMPs. It's kind of like, you know, it's a Ghost spawns with EMPs, kind of like a Zerg who spawns with Fungal. You know, you get that energy upgrade finished up. You're able to have those necessary EMPs ready, and that's going to be very dangerous for Mana because he's really Mana is really relying right now on these High Templars to be able to hit some really nice storms, to be able to form some Archons and really work this charge lot Archon composition until he could get something better set up. So, I mean, he scans right over him just to check, make sure there's no observer hit over him. Brings the rest of the Marine Army back. I'm going to utilize this one medevac for a drop over here. And this is going to be one of those things that's going to be nice because it will draw some of the units over. I'm not sure how much of it, though. But here we go. Strelok moving on forward. He's going to need to scan just to double check the positioning. And, I mean, with how it is right now, Strelok could actually really pick off a couple of these. Goes... Oh, hits an EMP, but gets caught with a beautiful storm walking right on through it. Now Stims within it. Beautiful flank with the storms by Mana right there, and the supply difference has shifted, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly what Mana needed. Going to be able to break right on out of there. Has additional Ghost reinforcing. But again, there's still a good pack of Zealots still here with an Archon as well. Strelok not really kind of concerned about his own army. He needs to really start paying attention. Even throw down another EMP. Man, misses out on a couple of EMPs as well. So there we go. That's exactly that's exactly what Mana needed to break out of that. Wow. I am absolutely in shock. A little bit, almost as much as in shock as these three workers not doing their job. Get over to work. Get over to the mineral line, you guys. Get over there. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly what Mana needed. He's going to be transitioning now into the late game, getting his 2 attack, 2 armor upgrades. Strelok is not out of it, though, at all. I mean, he just kind of cleared out a drop right now that he had to deal with in the main. But yeah, I mean, with additional ghosts, with additional production, there's a good chance that Strelok can recover. All he really needs is just beautiful EMPs and good snipes to be able to tangle with the Protoss army. So, hey. It is what it is. Huh. Well, I mean, as we watch and watch as this game continues, we just kind of watching as the might of Mana just keeps growing and growing. He's really relying on a lot of these charge lots, and I think that might be a little bit of a mistake, a little bit. And oh, another beautiful storm! Wow, Strelok actually needs to lead with the Ghost a little bit and snipe that down first before he actually leads with the Terran army. And as we see, I don't understand. This is like such bad Strelok habit where he lifts off a lot of these units with a lot of orange and red health, and he needs to actually let those out, let them heal up, and then lift back up again. Again, it's not Mana's not going to get caught off guard as he knows. With the observer, he's right over here. Now, where is the High Templar? There we go. It's right there. So he's actually going to use this War Prism right here. He's going to drop the High Templar, and he's going to storm right on top of them. Beautiful storm. Oh my God, what is going on right now for Strelok? And he could just feed back the rest of them. And yeah, I mean, Strelok is just, my God, falling further and further behind, man. And now, but group of Marines go on forward. Strelok is officially, ladies and gentlemen, falling apart a little bit. He does have a drop over here in the main base. He's going to be able to pick off some extra additional units. Focusing down the forges right now, and with their 2-2 fire, doing a lot of DPS, and he needs another warp in, or needs someone to help him out to take that out. These Marines are focusing it down, and the last forge should go down, but Strelok picks up and gets on out of there. Huh. Very interesting decision. He's got another drop also here, literally going full on MMA mode, so there's not a lot really here for him. Beautiful storm, catches a lot of these units in place. My god, that was actually an amazing storm. But still over here at the third base, not a lot going on for him. Lost a lot of the probes, and now the engagement at the front. A lot of Zealots, a lot of Archons. High Templars are not around anymore, so if he's able to hold off this push, he actually should be able to win, because Mana's economy is in really, really bad shape, and the only thing really keeping Mana alive is the strong composition at the front. Most of the Archons are going down. All the Zealots have gone down for the most part. Now all there really is left are these two Archon Zealots and the Sentry, and once those get taken out, I feel like it's going to be a little bit more of a problem for Mana to get back in this game. Let's take a quick look at the worker count. As we look and see, a total of 73 workers have been killed by Strelok, 16 by Mana. But let's take a look at the units tab. That will probably tell a little bit of a better story. 37 SCVs to 38 probes, plus all the additional mules that the Terran player can use. Now, the main patches are almost done for the Terran player. He's got a couple of those. He's got about another 5 with low minerals at the natural, so he needs a fourth base pretty bad. Same thing goes for the Protoss player. As we take a look and see, natural's fairly mined out. Main does have several patches, but nobody is touching them, so just going to be going with that natural for now. Natural and third, mainly for mining. Now he does have ghosts out. He's got to be very careful how he utilizes his EMPs. The charge lots are doing a great job leading at the moment, and plus the observer's really helping out right now with getting rid of the ghosts. So now all the ghosts are gone, unfortunately, for Mana. I mean, not for Mana, for Strelok, so he needs additional, beautiful ghost drop, EMPs, everything to absolute death. But now comes the problem where all of his production is going to get camped to death, and additional warpins are going to be the downfall of Strelok. I just don't know how he could possibly win at this point. Just kind of an unfortunate situation right now for Strelok to be in, but at least for the viewers, we are most likely going to get a game number 5, a complete series, so hang tight and don't go anywhere. There's the GG from Strelok.